Howdy folks, welcome back to Frontier Pilot Simulator, and we're doing a special episode here because they put out a, what did they call it? They put out a testing version with the new flight physics. They're playing around with the flight physics, and I'll show you how to do that, how to go to the testing version so you can test it yourself if you want to. Okay, to go onto the testing branch, what you do is you select Frontier Pilot Simulator, right click, and go Properties. And over here, this window opens up, and you're going to go Betas. And on here, you're going to do, it's going to be none unless you've already done that, and in which case, why are you watching this? And you're going to select Testing Beta Test. And yeah, so what we're going to do, and the other thing is if you hit tilde key, and that's this one right here, the little tilde, the little squiggly thing. You hit that, and it'll bring up your console, and you can type a bunch of stuff. But help is going to help you out a lot, so that's a big thing. And you can scroll through all those things. And then the biggest ones you're going to want to know are drone repair, right? So you can do that, and then you can click on it, and it'll fix your ship. When you come back out of the console, your ship will be fixed and refueled. Okay? The other thing that you want to know about that is if you're in airplane mode and you do that, it'll put you back in VTOL mode, I believe, when it's done fixing your ship or whatever. So you do have to watch that. The other things that you can do is you can put a mark on the map like this, and then you can go into your thing and you can go teleport to mark on map, and it'll teleport you to there. Now, the one thing you want to know before you do that is that if you're under the ground or whatever, it'll freak out. So what you want to do is you want to get your ship hovering level in the air before you do that. The other thing you can do is weather, set weather, clear. Right, you can do that, and it'll set nice clear weather for you, stuff like that. So those are the ones, and then the other one is change credits. So if you go, whoops, change credits, and if you go like this, right? Now look at my credits here. I've got a ton of credits here, and then you can go ship. What is it? Buy ship, buy new ship. So you can go buy new ship, and you can switch these ships. So you can type in either Bellina or Ox or Scarab. I don't want to do that because it'll send me back to a station. So I want to be here. So anyway, those are the console commands. I wanted to show those real quick because I talk about those quite a bit, and I don't think I've actually shown the console happening. But I wanted to try this out. We've got airplane mode. I wanted to try out, see if we can actually take off from the ground here. And we'll put our flaps up here. Right, there we go. And then there's also a trim tab here. And on mine, it's this. And they've got it backwards for right now. It's this little axis on the back. And they've got it backwards, so I have to actually go forward to trim it up. But I think I'm going to max out the upward trim on here. And I'm not sure if we can turn it all while we're in airplane mode. If I remember correctly, it doesn't let you turn, does it? Okay. So we'll see if we can get off the ground here. Whoa! Yeah, we can. Oh, that was cool. That was a quick takeoff, wasn't it? Alright, and then I need to turn my trim back down. There we go. So I just basically tried to couple the planes really quickly. We're going to turn the flaps back off. There we go. And cool. So the things that they changed, one of the things I noticed here, let me do this too. Let me adjust my trim. So see, if I let go, if I adjust my trim down, adjust it up, adjust it down, adjust it up. Now you can do that with buttons instead of an axis. I highly recommend having a joystick to play this game though. But yeah, especially with like a HOTAS or whatever, you know, the hands-on with all the axes and stuff, it makes a huge difference. But yeah, so what we're going to do is we're going to go over here, and then, wow, we're going really fast, aren't we? We're going to go over here, and we're going to turn. Now see, I should be able to turn out of the way of that thing, because I don't want to hit that stuff over on the right. And I am doing this in an external view, just so we can see what the ship is doing. Because when you're flying from the inside, you can't see what the ship is doing, and so for testing purposes, it definitely helps to be able to see from the outside, you know, what the ship is like. Is the ship tilting? Is the ship doing it? You know what I mean? That kind of thing. So you get a better relationship, view of the relationship between things that are going on and the things that you're doing and stuff. Now, this is interesting because I don't really need to use the rudder or anything, and basically if I just tilt barely upward, I don't think the amount of lift you get is really very closely related to your roll angle, which is, I find kind of interesting. Now we can turn our flaps back on. There we go. And we're going to try to come down and land on the desert floor here, if we can. See if we can get a low speed. Now, if I completely pull back... See, if I completely pull back, I'm still coming down at 21, which is not too bad. I mean, honestly, that's not too... Whoa! Let's get over that rock, though. But yeah, that's not too bad. We just got a lot of wind here, don't we? Yeah, the wind's all over the place. It's every direction. Which is kind of cool, but not for what we're doing right now. But yeah, let's see if we can... Oh, yeah, the wind is changing directions. That's not a good place to... Now, is landing gear going to come down or what? I'm not seeing the landing gear. Let's see. Oh, we're still 50 meters up, though. I swear, every time I start to get close to the ground, it aims me right toward a rock. Stop throwing me at rocks. All right. We're going to try this again. Well, I just wanted to see if we can land in this thing. There we go. Ooh. Oh, I'm giving it too much juice. A little bit too much juice. And see, it's doing that. Whoa. Alright. We took a little damage there. That's cool. So we're going to drone repair again. Drone repair. Alright. So that's the scarab. But yeah, let's see. Let's try. See, now it put me back into, as you can see here, it put me back into, whatchamacallit. Oh, I can point there. I can do that, can't I? But yeah, it put me back into that mode. Yeah, VTOL mode instead of airplane mode. So we're gonna try taking off again. I want to see. Let's put our flaps down. Oh yeah! Wow, that's an easy takeoff, isn't it? All right, and we're gonna try landing again. I just want to try some basic, simple, on the ground. There we go. Landing on the ground type landings. See what we can do here. 50-49. There we go. Nice. And can we reverse thrust? We can't reverse thrust. That's interesting. In airplane mode, you can reverse thrust in whatchamacallit. Now, the other thing I found interesting is when you increase your throttle on this, these little iris things. Yeah, see, I don't need... Oh, I do have the flaps on. Okay. I was going to say I don't need the flaps, but I do have them on. So these little thingies, the little irises around the engines, when you turn the throttle up, they go out more. And when you turn the throttle down, they come in, which is just feels backwards, doesn't it? I mean, I see... You can see that they've got little thrust coming out of them. See, they've got thrust coming out of them. So, I mean, it kind of makes sense, but it's just kind of weird. So let's try. We're gonna buy a new ship. We're gonna buy a new ship, and we're gonna do the Ox, and we're gonna try out the Ox. Now these are just the default ships. Huh? That's an interesting place. Where did it put me on the map? Let's see where it put me on the map. Okay, it did put me on the same place on the map. Oh, that's interesting. Okay. All right, so we're gonna exit out of here. What is that? This? No. I don't know what that is. Okay, there we go. Alright, so we're going to take off here. I'm going to try this. Oh, there is a... Okay, we did start on a thingy. Alright, there's just nothing on the map showing that this exists. Okay, so we're going to try doing the same thing. We're going to try to take off in airplane mode. There we go. We're going to put the flaps down. We're going to see what point we can take off. Now, there is a console command to alter the ski level, too. I don't remember what exactly it is. Whoa. That was kind of scary. That was kind of a scary takeoff, wasn't it? But yeah, there is one to alter the ski level. So with really low, let's go really low throttle here. I just want to kind of fly around this little square here for the most part. So if we keep our throttle kind of low, so we're not going a zillion miles an hour or meters per second, or whatever your favorite speed of choice is, light leagues per minute. Right? You don't remember that unit? Okay, bonus points if you remember that unit and you leave a comment. All right, we can turn our flaps off. Now see, we're not sinking or climbing. And we're kind of sinking just a little bit, but I mean, that's a really steep bank angle to not be losing altitude. And I think you can actually fly at a 90-degree bank and still not... Oh, no, I am losing altitude there. Okay. All right. Maybe it's just the other one, the I keep wanting to call it the dragonfly, the scarab that's special like that. All right, so we're going to slow down. Turn off the throttle here, and then we should be able to bring down the flaps at 150. I believe the flaps speed is 150. Let's see if we can, how much we could slow down here. I had to pick a really windy spot, didn't I? We're like landing with crosswinds and stuff. All right, there we go. So if I pull way back, oh yeah, that's not too bad. I'm gonna hit that fossil, aren't I? Now, can we do that? Huh. Okay. Cool. So this one does okay. We're gonna take a little bit more of a flight though. So let's take off here. Let's get our flaps going. And when we hit 60, 70, I don't know what V1 is, at what speed we rotate. All right, let's fix our thing too. Now, if you use the up arrow and the down arrow, you can do that. You can use the up arrow and down arrow to cycle through past thingies. Now, here's the thing you want to be careful about is when you're switching from airplane mode to VTOL mode, you do want to be careful. And let me see here. Bring our trim down a little bit. There we go. Yeah, it feels pretty good. I mean, it feels more airplane-y. The last iteration was that everybody was complaining about was really not airplane-y at all. And the only, like I said, the biggest complaint I have here is, so we're going 232. If we go into VTOL, let's see what we do. If we go into VTOL and we hold the joystick down, we can actually go faster. We're going 242. We're going faster like this, you know? It seems kind of weird. Now, if we let go and we do this, we're down to 232. It doesn't make any sense to me, especially because the plane is banked, you know, like instead of cutting through the wind like this, it's doing this. It's got a huge profile, you know. That would be tons of drag on that thing trying to go through the air like that. I mean, it's a little beyond the you know, the gamey aspect. I think they're trying to. It's not supposed to be like a you know, completely true to life simulator, but I think they are going for a more whoa, really? Am I going too fast to huh? Notice I'm blacking out here. They're tracking G's somewhere. They're tracking G forces. But yeah, it's cool because now when I bank and I pull back on the stick, I'm actually turning. That's cool. Now if I could only see the map while I'm doing this, because I have no idea which way I came from. Right? I have no idea where I was at on the map. So here's what we can do. Let's go... Oh, we can't go to the map now. Okay. Do we have a mark on the map? Let me see. Is our mark still on the map? I think it is. It looks like it's right over there. So let's try teleport to mark on map, because I want to show you guys. Teleport. Show you guys how that works. Mark on map. There we go. So now when we... No, it didn't do it. Huh, interesting. I think we erased the mark when we took off, or we flew close enough to it that it erased it or something like that. Okay, so I don't know where the desert is, because I wanted to kind of try to land this on the flat desert, but I guess we already did that for the most part. There's a little thingy over there too, and the rudder tends to work a little bit more like what you'd expect. It even does that little bounce back. It still seems, maybe it's me, but I get it feels like the center of the ship that it's rotating around is like back here. So when I do this, I don't know. It doesn't feel like the ship is rotating around here. Like it's, you know, it seems like it's turning around some point way back here, like the camera or something. I don't know. Maybe it's just me, but I think this is this our flat area? Maybe this is our flat area too. All right, cool. We're going to slow down. We're going to put down our flaps. And we're going to see if we can come down here. I want to at least see if I can get close to the ground here. So what happens if I completely let off the throttle? Will I stall or anything? I've got 60, 57. Yeah, it doesn't seem to stall at all. It just kind of... Yeah, see, it's just going to drop it. It's going to stay at... Let me get past this mountain and see what happens when we go down to the ground like that. All right. We've got our flaps down. And we're going to let it slow down. See, we're going down to 50. I mean, you can go really slow. So if we pull the stick all the way back, and we're not all the way back yet, but as we go, we're going to try to keep this angle of attack here. What, 5 degrees? Yeah, now we're kind of dropping. We're kind of dropping, but I mean, it's not stalling. It's not just like falling out of the sky kind of thing. I mean, this is a manageable descent with the engines completely off and all that stuff. Let's see what happens. Can we run into the ground? Will we die if we run into the ground like this at this speed? 18, 17. Nope. We took some damage, but yeah. Yeah, I think it should stall, honestly. Let's repair it one more time. We're going to repair. Drone repair, right? And then what we're going to do is we're going to put a mark on the map so that we can so that we can teleport back here when we want to. All right. And we're going to return. Okay, we're going to take off one more time, and then we're going to switch to the other ship. We need to go into airplane mode, and we're going to put down our flaps, and we're going to put our trim all the way up. There we go. And let's do this. Actually, the trim would probably be the other way. But, oh man, that is a scary takeoff. All right. As long as we turn the flaps off before we get to one. I mean, it's the one thing about the plane being so much slower is that the flaps aren't quite in so much danger, but it would be nice to get like some kind of warning on that. So let's go to buy new ship, and we're going to try the Bellina. There we go. So yeah, you don't have to go to all the places to buy the stuff and play. You don't have to play the role playing and all that stuff in order to test this out. That's one of the things I want to show you guys. And the other thing is there are add upgrade. Now I'll see if I can find a list. I'm not positive about that, but there's these upgrades are listed in there's text files. There's JSON files in the thing that you can do. Whoops, and I didn't switch the ship, did I? Buy new ship. Whoops, I keep trying to hit the down arrow for that. You have to click it with the mouse. Bellina. Is that it? Or is it Ballina? Let's try this. I always do that, don't I? Bellina. That's why. Okay. All right, let's see if we can what we can do here as far as taking off with this one. There, we can get it angled over this way, and we'll take off like that. So let's put it back on the ground. There we go, and we're going to switch to airplane mode. And we'll put our flaps down. All right. Let's see what we can do here. Let's see what our takeoff speed is. 50, 60. Wow, this takes off quickly, doesn't it? I'm sure it doesn't if you got a huge... You know, if it's... This is completely empty, too. Keep in mind. Okay, I need to turn the trim way down. Turn the trim way down. Whoa. Turn the trim way down. Let me see. The trim is backwards, so that means I need to do that to stop from trimming up. There we go. All right. Do we have a headwind or something? It's got all kinds of wind. All right. Cool. So yeah, that'll help you get the... If you want to test this, you can use those console commands and stuff like that to make things a lot easier. Now I have the trim all the way up, which is kind of interesting. Maybe it's because oh, you know why? It's because I've got the throttle so low. That's why. Let's try this, and we'll turn the trim down. We'll see. So we are going east right now. So when I turn around, I need to go west in order to come back to this spot. So what we're going to do is we're going to go over this way, and then we're going to make a 180. We're going to make a turn here, and then we'll come back and see if we can land. So go like this. And then we'll turn this way a little bit, and then we'll come back. This one doesn't turn as quickly, does it? I mean, a 30-degree bank angle should be here, like that. It should turn me a lot more than that. Yeah, the Bellina doesn't seem to turn as much. It just kind of wails. It just kind of acts like a whale. Maybe that's why they call it Bellina, right? Alright. So we'll see. I think we need a lot more backstick on this in order to turn it. Yeah, the other ones you pretty much just bank and it turns. So. Alright. Let's see if we can get some turning back to west here. There we go. I think I did turn more than I thought I did. It's just I'm not reading that compass the way it was intended to. I was expecting the compass to turn a lot more. The difference between east and west to be a lot more distance. Okay, if that makes any sense. It'd be a lot more linear distance on that compass up there. If you follow catch my drift. Yeah, that. You know that phrase. The one that means if you understand me, right? All right. So going west, we should be coming back to this. Yeah, this is the thing here. Looks like it's about nighttime. It's about to become nighttime. All right, so we're going 158. So we should be able to even slow down and throw on the flaps here in a second. Let me see. If we put on the flaps now? Yeah, I think 140 is the limit for flaps. Now it really wants to... I like that when you put on the flaps, it really wants to climb. You do get that in... at least in the simulators that I've flown. For most planes, it's probably all of them. But in my memory, yeah, it's pretty much any of the planes you put the flaps down in. Especially if you try to put them all the way down at once, you get a really significant change. It tries to pitch you up and or make you climb a lot, because that's one of the mistakes I make when I'm landing, is I put down the last flaps too late, and then it's like I was going at just the perfect angle to hit the end of the runway, and then it like lifts me up, you know. Makes me go too far. So we're going 83 now. We got the throttle all the way off. Let's see what we can do here. Now I think that speed is our ground speed. I don't think that's our indicated airspeed kind of thing. So who knows what that means with the tailwind. Are we going to land? Yeah, see, we landed safely. As long as we don't hit that rock. Yeah, that was pretty cool. Alright, let's try taking off again. See if we can take off. There we go. Oh, yeah. Now, I don't know what that's going to do with a bunch of stuff in it, but as far as the empty... Here, turn the flaps back off. As far as the empty ship, it seems to handle, you know... like I said, they're skirting the line between a simulation and an arcadey type thing. They're not trying to be hardcore simulation, I don't think, anyway. That's my guess based on what they've done so far. But it's, you know, it should be not easy. It should be not trivial flying the thing, and I think they've done a decent job with that. So yeah, it would be interesting trying to use this to land, like when you're fully loaded and stuff and you can't go 50 without dropping like a stone. You have to go a lot faster to, you know, to keep your altitude and stuff like that, or to keep a decent descent rate. It would be cool to see that and trying to land on an actual runway like that. So see, this, they've gotten me into the habit of doing that to try to turn. So try this again. See what we can do as far as turning with this thing. Let's go into the cockpit. There we go. Go into the cockpit. We'll get some... Is that just my trim? Yeah, I think the trim is too low. Okay, we'll set the trim first. There we go. We'll get it so that it seems about right. There we go. Okay. So my trim seems to be about evened out for our current throttle level. So if we bank like this, 30 degrees, we're turning, but it's still really slow on this. But if I pull back, bank maybe a little bit more, use a little bit rudder. No. Yeah, the Balena's turning a little bit slower than I'd expect. Maybe if we slow down, let's see if we slow down if we can get more turn in too. If we're just slipping through the air or what. Yeah, that's actually a fairly decent turn rate. It's still, to be honest, a 747 would turn faster than this at a 30-degree bank angle, but you know, they're getting a lot better. They're getting a lot closer to a really good flight model, in my opinion. A fun one, you know, it's got to be fun. But anyway, yeah, I think that's it. I think that's all I wanted to show here and test out and stuff. So I'm gonna go leave some comments on the forum. Let's go like this. No? Where's my view? Where's my view? Here. It's my view. Yeah, I'm gonna go leave some comments on the forum. There it is. I'm gonna go leave some comments on the forum. So that's gonna be it for today's episode. Like I said, I'll show you how to download this, and you can try it out yourself. And I will continue making some videos on this at some point soon. So yeah, I'll see you guys in the next video. Later.